If we could please impose upon everybody to grab your seats. We've got a brief program planned for you this afternoon. I want to first thank everybody for being here today. This is a great turnout, but really this is a great event. We've got the privilege and honor of having the last 2 days we've been able to showcase the Adirondack Park, the town of Indian Lake, and Hamilton County. And we're so excited that our governor, Andrew Cuomo, has given us the opportunity to do this. The governor really showed enormous leadership when he came up with this idea of creating an Adirondack Challenge for us to take this great Adirondack Park, this hidden treasure, and showcase it for the people of the state of New York, the people of this nation. For anybody that had an opportunity to see this park on CBS's national news this morning, you understand just how much this event and what the Governor Cuomo has done for us means to the Adirondack Park. Thank you, Governor Cuomo. This was fantastic. This is a day that we're also privileged to have with us the mayor of the city of New York. People that, absolutely. People in this room that follow tourism realize that New York City attracts 50 million tourists a year. That's 50 million. Think about the implications and the opportunity for this great park to connect up with the mayor of New York City, the city of New York, and those 50 million tourists. This is a great, great day for the Adirondack Park. Thank you for being here, Mayor. With that, it's my privilege to introduce two of my friends that want to come to the stage for the purpose of helping to honor our guests. I say friends loosely after the last 2 or 3 weeks in terms of the rush of putting this together. They are both continuing to speak to me, but I'm not sure why. Betty Little and Brian Wells, could you come to the stage, please?
Thank you, Bill. Once again, it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to be here today on the second day of the Adirondack Challenge. And though I didn't raft today, we had some assembly members who did raft today. Assemblyman Keith Wright, I don't know if he's still here. Where's Keith? Keith. Assemblyman Mike Cusick from Staten Island. Keith is from New York City. Assemblyman Anthony Brindisi, and Assemblyman Sean Ryan. Sean. Thank you very much. And the room is filled with many elected officials from Warren County, Essex County, Clinton County, Franklin County, Hamilton County, and St. Lawrence County, the North Country. And we're all here today to really welcome Mayor Bloomberg to our North Country. He's been here before. He's been to the Adirondacks often. I'm not sure if he's been to this particular site, but we're really happy to have him see a different part of the North Country. And we hope that he enjoyed himself in this Adirondack Challenge and will spread the word about how beautiful the Adirondacks are and what a great destination the Adirondacks are, especially if we can get some of those 50 million tourists who visit New York to come up here. Just by being here and participating in the challenge, you and the governor are showcasing one of the best-kept secrets of New York State. And our goal is to see that it's no longer a secret. And if you watched CBS News today, as I did, and looked through all the clips, it is no secret. We've gotten tremendous promotion, huge publicity. I have to say that the pictures of the rapids on CBS were even better than the ones I was in. So that's always good. But by coming together, you have brought priceless attention to our area and to help us promote this wonderful treasure, the Adirondack Park, and our many, many towns and places and our tourism attractions that we have here. So even though I know you can't stay a lot longer, we wanted to give you a little basket of North Country items to remind you of all that we have up here. Hopefully you can take home. But thank you so much. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce the Mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome, Mayor Bloomberg. It's always great to meet my fellow municipal officials from New York, and we all find common ground in this job. Indian Lake has seen a boost of energy this weekend from the Adirondack Challenge. The community got into the spirit, and they fed off the governor's energy and made this a very special weekend for everyone. I'm sure the mayor and the governor understand how vital tourism is to any town, no matter how big or small. And I thank them for dedicating time and effort to helping promote Indian Lake in the Adirondacks. I appreciate you making the trip up here to our little town. You're welcome back anytime. I'd like to present you with your own key to Indian Lake. And next time I travel to New York City, I'll make sure to bring the North Country Press with me to return the favor and promote tourism to your city. Thank you.
Well, let me just say, number one, the key to New York City, which we give away occasionally, is nowhere near as big or as elegant as this. So I'm going to take this back and tell them we've got to change our key. That's really nice. And the basket, I thought when you picked up the basket, you're going to put Betty in it. I could carry her in the knapsack. Thank you for having us. I brought up enough people to help the economy. Everyone's going to come back. I was looking at that face. I can ski that from top to bottom without turning. Just head them straight down. You just got to get a little snow, and then I'll come up. Seriously, this is a wonderful part of the country. And I think one of the mistakes we all make is we always think that the grass is greener, if you'll pardon the old expression. There are lots of places you can go and bicycle and climb and hike and fish and raft and ski. But we have an awful lot of those great places right here in New York State. And I think you should understand just how much the governor has really done to promote the economy up here and make sure that we take care of what God gave us, some of the great open spaces. We need jobs. We also have to make sure that we leave something for our children, and I think we have the right balance up here. I love coming up here. I used to, years ago, spend a lot of time up here. My then wife and I would bicycle up here a lot, stay at different bed and breakfasts all the time, ski a little bit in the winter. And I'm going to be unemployed in 162 days, so I'll have time to come up here. I might be looking for a job, but I will come up here and enjoy myself. And you know, I'm just so thrilled that you invited us. It was the governor's idea. He called me up, and I said, oh, I can't do that. And he said, in his usual ways, you will come. That was the end of that. I mean, I'm mayor of a little city, and he's the governor of a big state. You got to do what he said. Anyways, thank you all for having me. And we'd love to have all of you in New York City. We happen to have some open spaces. You can canoe the Bronx River. You can watch some birds and people in some of the great parks. We have 14 city golf courses. You can come. We'd love to have you there. We don't have any skiing, but we have cross country. And when the snow comes, we put out hot chocolate for everybody in the parks, and they have a good time. So it'd be good to get us going back and forth. God bless, and thank you for all of this.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bloomberg. We really appreciate you responding to the governor's invitation and coming up here. This has been quite a week. We've had festivals, food, live music, and rafting. And we'd like to have you all turn your attention to the screens where, thanks to the advent of digital film, we can show you some of the highlights of yesterday and today's rafting trips. So, thank you.
Down to the end. All right.
Was that a great video and a great race or what? It is now my privilege to introduce a great, great friend of the Adirondacks, the great governor of New York State, Governor Andrew Cuomo. This governor obviously doesn't need the key to the Adirondacks. He's figured out the key to the Adirondacks. It's tourism. It's introducing people to the Adirondacks. He absolutely gets it. It's been my privilege to spend the last 3 days with him enjoying the Adirondacks, from his stops in Indian Lake and at the Adirondack Museum to 2 days on the river. This has been absolutely wonderful, Governor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Senate protocol.
Just a minute. We know how much you love the Adirondacks. We know how much you come often, and you know an awful lot about it, probably more than many people in the room. But we don't want you to be jealous of all the gifts that we gave to Mayor Bloomberg. So we have a basket for you.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The governor's leadership is unreal.
Now she gives me the paddle.
There's a familiar looking gift.
Okay, now they caught me. Okay. Personally, this has just been such a wonderful thing to have the governor do this in the Adirondacks. We had Adirondack Days, and then to have this Adirondack Challenge. I can't begin to tell you how much it has done for the residents, for the businesses, for the elected officials, for all of the people here. We treasure the Adirondacks, but we really need to see our economy turn around, and the governor has worked so hard, and this event is really turning things around. And I know there were paddles yesterday, but they weren't really real ones. You wouldn't get very far. So this is a real one made by the Essex Industries for Governor Pataki. Oh, my God!
Okay.
I've made mistakes before, but that is the biggest ever.
You get the paddle.
And they weren't sure I could stay on message.
I'm kidding. Nobody knows who I am. I'm usually Mario Cuomo. This is the first time I'm George Pataki. Stand by, soon I'll be David Patterson. But that's it. Let's give Bill Farber a big round of applause and thank him for all the great work that he's done. And Senator Betty Little, besides not knowing who I am, she is a fantastic representative for the North Country. Let's give her a round of applause. Brian Wells, the entire coordinating team, Mr. McKenna, thank you so much. This has been a great, great 3 days on every imaginable scale. Let's give them a round of applause. And we couldn't have had a better cap to the entire event than having Mayor Mike Bloomberg up here and his team. Not only, and plus, by the way, we had special intelligence on the mayor's preparation for today. I don't want you to think they just came up today and that's all they got in the raft. Weeks and weeks of training, weeks and weeks of practice. They almost closed down the entire city administration. It's true. Nothing happened in the city except rafting practice for this. You're going to see their chiseled features. Let's ask them to stand. Frank Barry, Deputy Mayor Linda Gibbs, Rob Goldrich, Susan Foote, Chris Cottingham. Stand up. Let's give them a round of applause and thank them for being here. And Mayor Mike Bloomberg, he is always there to help a neighbor. He's always ready to help. He's always ready to step up, and he stepped up. He took the day today. We appreciate him. You've done a tremendous benefit for this entire region today, and we thank him. Mayor Mike Bloomberg, thank you very much. We had a lot of fun. We had, yesterday on the River, Mayor, we had the State Senate had a raft. They actually paddled very well. It took them a while to get down the river, though, because they had Jeff Klein that was having them paddle to the left, and then they had Joe Griffo having them paddle to the right. So they actually went twice the distance that everyone else went. Today we had another raft of the New York State Assembly, which is nice. They paddle very quickly, but they stop off in the Assembly because they have to conference. But they also win the award for trash talking. No, they really do. Give them a round. Assemblyman Keith Wright was trash talking. Trash talk he brought from New York City, but it had never been heard on the Hudson before. No, really. The squirrels were stunned into silence. I don't know if you noticed. I'm going down the river. But give the New York State Assembly a big round of applause. We had a lot of members from the press who were here, literally from all over the state, but also all over the country. And we had people from Taiwan. We had people from the UK who were here. So we had a number of press rafts. Yesterday, Mr. Mayor, you won't be surprised, the press raft came in dead last, actually. Their complaint was they were weighed down by the amount of beer that they had in the raft, which is not really a good excuse. It explains their reporting, but it's not really a good excuse for river rafting. But let's give them a round of applause. So we had a lot of fun, but this is also serious business. It's about the business of the state. It's about the economy. It's about creating jobs, and it's about creating jobs in upstate New York, which has been a challenge for many, many years. We've made great progress. We're making even better progress. And tourism has a lot of benefit for upstate New York. We're on the increase. It's a $100 billion business in the state of New York, $100 billion. It went up 6% last year, and I believe that is just the beginning, because all we have to do is show people the benefits we have in upstate New York. They just don't know what we have. We are underexposed, and when they see it, when they get it, they're going to come back and back and back, because there is no place like upstate New York, not only in this country, but on this globe. We have everything. And the more we get out that news, the better for upstate New York. We are working very hard to do that. We have an increased tourism budget in the state. We're now spending $60 million in advertising, and it's a great investment. And we have a great new advertisement that we're going to show you now that is going to feature just the Adirondacks. It's going to be shown in the state. It's going to be shown across the country. It's going to be shown with over $1 million in advertising dollars, so we think it's going to make a difference. And you'll get a sneak preview right now if the technology works.
New York's Adirondacks and North Country are back and open for business.
There's endless rivers and streams ready to take your breath away.
And thousands of pristine lakes just waiting to be played in.
With spectacular views from New York's natural skyscrapers.
You can create a lifetime of memories, one s'more at a time.
We're ready to make your New York State vacation perfect.
There's never been a better time to vacation in the Adirondacks and the North Country. Plan your vacation at iloveny.com. The new state of New York. Welcome.
Great. Great. So that's going to start immediately. But we thank all our local neighbors who worked so hard to put this on. We thank all our friends who came from literally all around the state to be with us over these 3 days and to get out the word about the treasure that we have here in the North Country and the Adirondacks. We thank Mayor Bloomberg and his team especially today for coming up and joining with us. One of the beauties of this state that I get to experience as governor that not all of you can fully appreciate every day. This state, at the end of the day, the people of this state just have a sense of community and a sense of caring and a sense of being a good neighbor like no other people I've ever met. And whether it's in bad times or good times, they are always a phone call away, and they always rise to the occasion. Came down the Indian River, ended in the Hudson River, 250 miles to the south. That's New York City. That Hudson River is just a great metaphor for the way we're all connected. It goes from the northern part of the state all the way to New York City. The same water runs through our veins. We're all New Yorkers, and we want downstate New York to know the beauty of upstate New York. Upstate, downstate, we're all one family, and that's what we saw this weekend. Thank you, and God bless you. It was my pleasure to be part of it.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. We really appreciate you being here. We appreciate the economic impact this campaign can have on the Adirondacks. I also know that most of the people here today weren't here to hear from any of us, but really are interested in the outcome from today's race. We had a pretty competitive match, as the Governor alluded to. There'd been a lot of training in advance. And with that, I want to bring Bone Bays up here to give us the results of today's race. So, Bone.
Well, thank you, Chairman Farber. Yeah, this was quite a race today. It's really been one of the most intense competitions I've been involved in an awful long time. But it was fantastic, and everybody should be proud of participating in it. I'd like to take a moment to thank all the volunteers and all the organizations that came together to make this all possible. If you could give them a round of applause, that would be great. Yeah, thank you. But in all competitions, there has to be a clear winner, and one team will stand a little above the others. And the Adirondack Challenge is no exception to that. I'm going to announce the winner from today's heats. We're going to go heat by heat. If the winning team would come on up, there's a little something for you and a photograph. But we're going to start with heat number 1, and then we'll skip over heat number 2 and work our way through. So heat number 1, Raft 4, Team Wing. Come on up here. Team Wing. Yeah, give them a big round of applause. That's great.
You get one in there, I get on the other. That's why you won. You guys had 11 people in there. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. Well done. Yes, you did.
Fantastic. Now we're going to jump over heat 2 for a moment. We'll go to heat number 3. The winning team was Raft 6, Team Glazer. Yeah. I know Howard's been practicing. Yep.
Congratulations. Everybody. Hey. Well done. It's upside down. You mean when it mentioned Larry Schwartz's raft lost that heat? Just saying.
Okay, on to heat number 4. Winners are Raft 9, Team McKenna. Yeah, come on up here.
Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Whoa. There it is. Well done, team. Great. Good job, guys.
All righty, moving on to heat number 5, Raft 13, which is, yeah, you know who you are, Team McGovern. Yeah, come on up here. It's Team McGovern, down on Lake Pleasant.
What heat was the assembly?
Oh, you have to ask Joe.
Okay. done.
The assembly was in Heat 3 with Glazer. Okay, so now on to the winners of Heat number 2. We're going to announce the second place team first, and then go from there. It was a very, very close race, 18 seconds apart. Yeah, incredibly close. In second place, Team Bloomberg. All righty, so the first place team from Heat 2, Team Cuomo. Come on up, please. All right.
He's getting cocky when we're after this.
All right, Joe.
Okay. Well done, buddy. Oh, thank you very much. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. And back to you, Chairman Farber.
That really that wraps up our program for today. But I just want to thank Governor Andrew Cuomo one more time for thinking of this event, for his leadership on this event, for making it all happen. And thank you to you, Mayor Bloomberg. Have a great day, everybody. Great event. Thank you all.